All right, here we are, back with Greench. And probably just showed at the beginning that I made level 27, which is true. And then screwing around a little bit, I promptly lost 27. So I'm now at 97% of 26. So we're going to kick this off by doing a little corpse recovery, as well as getting all of my stuff. Yeah, getting all my stuff back, getting level 27 back. And then I think a lot of things down there in where the fungus guys are, in the mushroom farm, a lot of things there are starting to turn green or light blue at best. So made a couple of levels there, a few levels there, and I think it's time to move on. We could, there's enough, like if they just peak out at blue, so we could stay there pretty safely and make it all the way to 28 if that seems like the play. I think we can probably try to find a slightly better place, but it is a safe place to make 28, so that may be the play. That may be what I end up doing. But I think what I'd like to do today is get my stuff back. We've proven before that we can get back down there if we're careful. So I'm gonna, get Max out, and we're gonna work our way back down there. Yeah, get my body, and then we will explore a little bit. So I think there's plenty of room to explore around different areas near where we were. We had still some parts of the dungeon we haven't seen yet, and we can go check those out. If we can find another cool spot with a good place to rest where there's, blues and light blues, then we will take advantage of that for another level or two. Once we get to 30, I'll actually get the next version of Max, and that will be quite amazing. Actually, before I go in, I'm going to step out here and get all spells memorized, get Max summoned, and do all that kind of thing. So I'm not blocking the hallway inside of there. Let me do that real quick, and we'll check back. All right, we got Max out. I've got us all buffed up. Mana's a little bit low, but we're going to make our way down, and then we'll find a spot to mana up once we get in there a little bit. We'll head down. Looks like someone's up here camping. So just make our way back down, same way we did before. And find my stuff. There's the person that's camping down here. Looks like they're having a good time. Some ogre friend. It's funny, it's just going to get, so we're at 27 now, or 26, but I just jumped over into 27. Yeah. These guys have a pretty good range on levels, because that guy is blue, unexpectedly. Alright. We'll go ahead and take him down. He must be barely blue. Because these other guys are probably heavily green, which is kind of funny. We should be alright on these guys, even with the low mana that I've got. Max will make short work of him. But it's funny that I'm getting up to 27-ish on Greench here, and for the longest time, my highest level character on Project Quarm has been Him, who's only 36. So he's way better geared because I've spent a lot of time working on getting his Temple of Soul Row armor and stuff like that. But he's not that much higher level, so we're going to catch up to him here. So at some point, I'm going to have to say, probably that Him's no longer my main on this this emulator on Project Quarm, and it's actually Greench, who I'm having a lot of fun playing, so it's not a bad thing. I can get this guy off me. He does not want to switch to Max. Alright, hopefully this guy's nearing death, and Max is blocking the door, so I can't really help him either. I'll just keep fighting this guy then. So yeah, we should be passing. We should be able to get around some of the guys because they should be turning green, and then we'll go a little deeper into the dungeon. Once we get down there a little closer, I'll pull up the map and we'll kind of look at. Oops, wrong one. We'll start looking at what our options are on where to go. I'm not super familiar with this part of the dungeon I'm in, so I know where generally some things are. So we should start getting to where we're going to be able to camp out near the zone line for lower Guck. So any kind of danger when we get in danger, we should be able to use that zone line to our advantage. We're not quite there yet, or we might be at this point. We'll have to get down there and explore a little bit. Should be good times. I thought it was funny. I made that 27, was super excited about it, logged off, came back on. The first fight I got in, I had a runner. He picked up 4 or 5 different frog locks. And the rest is history. Gotta be careful. This guy will get heals from all the shaman in here. Oh, we got one of the shaman. I ended up getting myself killed again. Let's bring this guy back. Way back here. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a safety net here. We got the warrior. Okay. Should still be alright. These guys are green, so... I don't have too much mana, but I'll slow both of them and throw a heal onto max, and hopefully that's enough to get us through. We shall see. Had some discussions in some of the So I had some discussions in the comments of a couple of the videos talking about where to go next, right? Like what else, what other swamps. And that's kind of been one of the things I talked about this whole series is what else is available to us. There we go. We got them all cleaned up. We're gonna rest up here for a couple minutes. We're gonna get some health and mana up. I had a bit of an audio glitch there, so I had to skip a little bit, but Max was able to take out that other guy before he got too far, and this room is still clear. So we're gonna get our mana up to about 50% at least, and then we'll head forward. I don't want to sit here too long and have the respawns come in here. So we'll check back in just a second after that. All right, we're up to about 50% mana. We're decent on health. I'm just gonna loot all these up and then head forward so that we're not sitting here when the respawns come. I don't want to have to re-clear this after we just got through it. Come around the corner and fight this guy. I even need to? No, he's not aggroing, so we're good there. Like I was saying, a lot of these guys are now green because we've made a couple more levels, so we won't have to fight as many. But if I'm going to have to fight there, I don't want this roamer coming from behind me, so I am going to go ahead and have Max take him down. That way we're not concerned about someone sneaking up behind us if we get into a tough spot down there. And since I don't have my gear and we're on a corpse recovery here, I think it's a good thing to be a little more cautious and take the safety measure of killing the sneaky guy behind you. There's been some discussion in the comments on the last video, back and forth with Minesweep, about where would, what else is open for Greench? Like, what else makes sense as a swamp, right? They mentioned Swamp of No Hope, and I think the problem with Swamp of No Hope is that I'm already at the level and quickly passing the level of Swamp of No Hope in my experience anyway. Maybe there's something there that could still be camped out. I just haven't seen it. Wow, I snuck right by that blue guy right there without starting a fight, so we actually won't fight him. Instead, we'll see if we can move on into this next hallway. Yeah, I don't see anything here, so I think we're good to sneak into here, and we'll fight this guy. Get Max on him. Give him a slow. So I don't think Swamp of No Hope is really on the list, like I was saying, unless there's really something I'm not aware of. I'm not super familiar with Swamp of No Hope overall, but I think it's going to start capping out on what it's worth. Now, first of all, I'll say this. There's still a ton of stuff to do in Guck. Like, we haven't even gotten to Lower Guck, and we haven't even made it all the way through Upper Guck. And there's level 30 camps in here in Upper Guck. So we have some time. We can still do several more levels. Then we can start dipping into Lower Guck and go that way. So probably easily make it into up to 50 and beyond, a little bit beyond here in Guck. So really we need to look at higher level things. So one of the things we talked about is would Ceballos be on the list? And I think absolutely. I mean, that's basically like, another place like Guck, right? It's a froglock place, so it has the whole feel of the swamp, and it's an easy transition too to say like, you know, Greench has spent all his time here and in Guck fighting the froglocks, and then he hears about this other place where there's all these froglocks and makes the journey there. I think Trakanon's Teeth, the zone itself, is pretty conducive to the whole swamp vibe. So he could make his way there. We could camp some stuff out in Track's Teeth, and then also make our way into Sebalus eventually. A couple other things that might be options. Let me get Max healed up here, and we'll talk more about that. There's a couple of roamers in this hallway, and there's these guards here, so I kind of want to just clear them out as we go. We'll pull this guy back a little bit. Let Max eat him up. So Fungus Grove came up. Fungus Grove is a place that I know almost nothing about. So I don't know much for Luculin or Velius zones. It's been so many years since I've been in either place. I think Velius is probably out of luck for a swamp-based zone. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but Fungus Grove seems like it fits perfectly as an eventual thing. So if we want to take this all the way to max level, I think it's doable in just swamp zones. Now, we'll have to leave. Originally, I said Innothule, Guck, and Grobb. You know, stay in Grobb, Innothule, and lower and upper Guck. But those can only take us so far. So if we really want to extend this out even longer, which not saying I necessarily want to or not, but keep it going with just the swamp themes because he's the swamp monster, right? You got to keep him in the swamp, and eventually he'll just rule over some higher level swamp. But at some point, there's probably going to become the opportunity to group with some people and stuff, and I haven't done any of that yet with Greench. It's been all solo. Yeah, so this is what I was worried about. We are getting all of the frogs in here from the roamers. I have them all slowed, but I'm gonna try to get a couple of heals on Max here. Might have to step in there and take some of these hits to try to get one down. Oh, there we go. We got one down. All right, we're in much better shape with that guy down. I'll step in and help him fight this shaman a little bit. But it's just the two roamers. So from my experience so far, with having been in and out of here and had the corpse recovered and everything else, is it's just those two roamers that come all the way around. And then, or at least around this corner, plus the two guys that were here. So if once we get these down, this area with the roamers is clear. How's he doing on that guy? He's doing all right. Looks like we have a friend stopping in here. Nice. Little help. Very nice. So I didn't die all the way in the fungus farm, in the fungus farm room. The runner ran out in the hallway and pulled the 3 froglocks in the hallway. And then, oh, did I end up with another guy? Maybe there is another runner here. Or another roamer that I wasn't aware of. I thought it was just the 2, but looks like it could be 3. Alright, we'll get this guy down, and then we are going to move up a little bit, and that's where we'll catch up on mana and health for a second. Hey, there we go. 27 back. Excellent. Yeah, I didn't die all the way down in the fungus farm room, because the last fungus guy had run, pulled all the froglocks, the 3 in the hallway, and then also the roamer came by at the same time. So we had 4 froglocks plus that runner. I couldn't keep up with the healing on Max. They were all blue and light blue. So it just ended poorly. So I should be on the ramp coming up out of there. I tried to run far enough away that I could slash corpse and pull my body away from him without fighting him again. But we'll see how it goes. I don't know that I made it far enough. Looks like I got myself a little club here now. Getting that one hand blunt skill up. All right, let's go over here. And I think I just want to look down this hallway and see if I can see where I died. If I have to get too close to... Should be able to make it through here, no problem. Oh. What is that guy? He's a green. Yeah, see, look, I did make it up the ramp a little bit so I can get all my stuff. Now I gotta deal with all this junk that I looted. Well, let's see. First of all, this can go here. This can go here. Just drop this club. All right, let me clean this up and we'll be right back. Okay, got everything loaded up. We got that guy's green, so he's not aggro. And I think we can just have a seat right here for a couple of minutes. Let's let mana and health kick up. And then we'll decide where we want to go from here. I think, actually I'll go all the way back up. I think where we're going to want to go is following the arc of this around and seeing what's back in here. And just kind of exploring that way. So we'll move our way through these guys who... Is that light blue or green? Green, green. Those guys aren't going to be high enough level, but we'll work our way through there and we'll see what's over that way. And we'll see if there's anything worthwhile. All right, we're looking pretty good. We are over 80% mana and health, so let's give this a shot. We'll just start with these two ahead of us. We'll go ahead and clear them, because if we end up with any runners later, we don't want to deal with that. Send Max on in there. I just saw one of the roamers is up. He came wandering by, so we will be on the lookout for that as well. And I think they just make some kind of big arcing circle. Here he comes back. But we will go ahead and grab that guy. Well, we didn't have a choice. He joined in anyway, but I wanted to kill him too, so we'll do with all that. We got respawn behind us. Okay, but all these guys are green now, so you know it's not worth anything to us really. More clearing for safety at this point. Got another Gaz warrior down below. Don't think he'll join up here. Looks like he's bouncing between the shaman and the knight. Max is kind of going back and forth. Let me get in there and just help get rid of the shaman. We don't need that guy healing everybody up. Yeah, it'd be nice to find, if I find a place that's just a couple levels higher again. Of course, the part I'm worried about is always that whenever I seem to want to move to a new camp or a new spot, there's always some pain along the way. But I did already die once and lost 27 and bounced back, so maybe we're already good. Maybe we've already paid the price to go to a new camp. I'm not sure yet. We'll certainly find out. Oh, did I not loot something? There we go. Let me back out of here. Let Max finish that one up. But yeah, going back to the conversation about swamps. So I would think that I will stay. I would think that I will probably stay in Guck until 50, 52, something like. I don't know where the camps are really top out, but I'll stay in Guck. Oh, is this a new? Hold on, I don't know what just happened here. I started talking. Max ran off. All right, we got this guy. I see what happened. So he killed that guy in the hallway. This guy joined in. And then the other roamer came and got me. Okay, we've got... Let's get out of this... Let's get out of this corner. We pull Max out here. We hit him with a regen. Or a heal. Oh, come on. This is so bad. Alright, I got one. That guy's on Max. Let's get a slow. Alright, we've got to work this problem now. That's what I get for looking away for a second and getting chatty about swamps. Alright, that one's down. Nope. That's not what I want to do. There we go. I took a couple hits so I could get that another heal up on Max. I just let Max get so low around the corner, I didn't realize what was going on. I saw him chase. I figured he was chasing that guy and he would die in a couple of hits. I didn't expect to get 2 adds in there. Can't let your guard down. Let's see if I can help get this guy. Get rid of this guy. I believe both these. I think I got slow on both of them, so I think that's helpful. Oh my goodness, we got a shaman who wants to get in on the party too. Alright, I better get another heal up. And let's get a slow on the shaman. I still want to try to... It doesn't matter which one. We just need to get one of these guys down. And we'll be feeling a lot better about the whole thing. I like how I come in to help with this guy and Max jumps to the other guy. Max, let's just work together, man. Throw out another heal. Max keeps switching though. We're gonna keep having this guy heal him just a little bit and keeping him in the game. There we go. There we go. We got this. It's never boring. Never a dull moment here in Guck. Hey, this guy's worth experience. Let's see if we get to that 1%. Yep, just getting a little bit of heals. A little bit of heals. Oh, I'm not even auto... I forgot to hit auto attack. Alright. Now it's just this guy. You know what I might do? I can unsummon Max and jump down on the side here into the fungus guy area, and it might be a good place to go recover and then come back at this from a position of strength. Thinking about doing that. I don't really know where I can sit up here and be safe. I know the respawns won't come right away, but those fungus guys are right below me, and this was almost where I was camping out. Like if I drop down like right here, it's actually where I was camping out. And I think I have to, I would definitely want to unsummon Max for that because I don't want him to run amok up here and pull a bunch of stuff onto us. But I don't really know what is over here. Is this the stairway? I mean, we looked before, but okay, so this is the ladder that goes up to the camp we were at up above. Or near the camp we were at up above. Through the room that had all the planks in it. It ended in the room with the ladder here. And there's 2 guys in here. Green and green. So we could, I guess we could hide our, oh my god. Too big, Max. Okay. I guess we could kind of chill right here in this corner, and there's just that one roamer, and we should be able to hear him coming. So I'm going to give that a shot. And then we will, we'll come back at this in a couple minutes here. Alright, so here we are, all rested up. Got full mana, full health. Do need to rebuff everything. I ended up getting attacked in that hallway, so I decided to jump down here by the fungus farm and rest up. I knew this was a good safe spot I could rest up. Then I took a good long break and ended up not playing anymore yesterday, so this is technically the next day, and we're going to pick it up from here. So we will clear out of what we can in the fungus farm here. I think some stuff should still be light blue or dark blue. And we'll make our way back out of this hallway. I think maybe we'll make a turn and go up towards the little Shinlord area and look at what's back there. I was kind of looking at what mobs are around that are in the right range for us for leveling, and this area is going to be a lot of light blue and green, I think. So we're going to have to branch out a little bit more and look around for some spawns. So I'm wondering what those ones kind of near the Shinlord are all about. Shinlord himself is level 30, so we're not ready for that challenge yet. But once we get a little upgrade on Max, we'll be able to take him down. So for now, we're just going to do some clearing out. After I gave us some buffs. Alright, so Max got all his buffs. I'm buffed up. We're gonna get started. I know this guy's green, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take him out anyway. Because I want to just kind of clear out the whole room so we don't end up with something weird. Some runner who pulls everybody back to us or something like that. So we'll just be safe here this morning. Drinking some coffee and killing some fungi. Yeah, see, these guys, since they're green now, they run so much earlier. And that's kind of what got me in trouble last time with all the frog locks out in the hallway. Just one of these guys just beelined out there and started getting heals, and then pulled all the frog locks. So now the nice thing is these guys are green also, so they don't really add. Well, that guy's light blue, but the green ones don't really add directly, but they will like heal up their friends. So have to be careful with it. So we're gonna make sure we do our best to pull everything, keep everything back in this corner for clearing. I'm looking forward to when we can go take down the Ancient Croc also and try to get ourselves some armor upgrades. So sleeves and legs from the Ancient Croc will be really good for us. We're using these leather or rawhide right now, but you know, there's directly some upgrades here in the dungeon once we get there. One thing I haven't looked at yet is what the lowest level mobs are in Lower Guck. That might be worth looking at too. If we can kind of dip into Lower Guck and just stay near one of the zone lines, that might be a good place to grind up too, and with some safety of the zone line. I hadn't really thought about going down there yet because there's still stuff to do here in Upper Guck, but just for leveling wise, it might be a smart move. Another bloodstone ring. Oh, that's just the one that's just loot. I'll pull this guy way back over here. Maybe. There we go. There we go. That gives him a long way to run if he needs to run. Actually, while I'm fighting this guy, I'm going to pull up the PQDI and look at the levels in Lower Guck. And I'm going to pay attention and make sure I heal Max also while I'm looking that up. Yeah, if the stuff right near the zone is right around my level, I'll make my way to one of the entrances to Lower Guck and just kind of dip in there. That's really worth looking up over here. What is the actual name of Lower Guck? I know Upper Guck is Guck Top. Oh, I'll dig more on that in a little bit. Let me get in this fight and make sure I'm not letting Max die while I'm trying to look at my other screen. Where'd he go? Did he like teleport away? Oh, this could be bad. He was like here, Max hit him with his blizzard attack, and he like teleported away, and now I hear fast-moving froglock feet. I'm a little concerned. Did I get experience? No, my drowsy spell wore off, so I don't know what just happened, but I think we're going to want to try to camp before whatever just happened comes back our way. We'll see if we got 25. Nope, here it is. I'll get slows on both of these. It's like he teleported out of the front of the room or something. Weird. So he must be out there still wandering around, I guess. I'm actually still going to try to camp here. If Max can hold it together for 20 seconds. I think these guys are just going to keep coming at this point because I don't know where that dude went. 15. Oh, it's going to be so close. 10. Yeah, look at this. Is 5. Nope, I'm dead. Oh, what the heck happened, man? That guy... Am I rooted? No, just slowed. So that guy just, like, teleported out of the room, went upward, I guess, and just pulled everything up here. That's freaking wild. Oh, I lost level again. Well, that was not how I expected to start this morning. But I guess it's at least entertaining. You know, in here I said I'm going to pull this guy back to be safe, and then I pulled him back and unsafe. The word would be unsafe because he magically teleported away. All right, well we're once again on corpse recovery. We're down 10% into level. I think what comes next is grinding up some safety margin in level 27 before we do any more exploring. So, although to be fair, I was down there trying to be in a safe spot, just grinding away on the same fungus guys I've been grinding away on. Felt like that should have been pretty safe. I won't stand in that spot. I guess it was that's crazy. Can't believe I was 5 seconds away. I should have continued with the first log out when the first two guys came right away. I was a little bit slow on making the decision to keep going with the log out. But, you know, Max did his best. He tried. But there were what, 7 or 8 or 9 guys at the end there, and there's no way he was holding off on all those. So I'll give him credit for really trying. But yeah, not quite that strong, Max. Not quite that strong. That is so I've done a couple of levels there with those fungus guys fighting in that little same area, and I've never seen that happen. That was a first for me. Pretty interesting. Always fun to find a new issue. Ooh, looks like this guy had some challenges out here. All right, once again, we're going to sit here, get Max out, get buffed up, med up some mana, and we'll go work on getting that corpse back. All right, here we go. We got Max back up. We are full mana, full health. Make our way in here, and this video is apparently dedicated to corpse recovery. That's been the crux of this video so far. It does kind of highlight, though, how strong the Beastlord is, even without any gear. Like, I'm not having a ton of hard time getting through all these guys. It's a very non-gear dependent class, which is nice because a lot of the damage relies on the warder and the spells that buff the warder. So it means as long as you have mana, you can get back out there. Like before, the problem was I got to where I was starving and thirsty and I couldn't actually regen mana for health. If I get down there before it gets like that, like I did last time, then it doesn't even become a problem. Let's see, we've got light blue, green. I wonder if I can run by this guy. We can just not fight the light blue there. I wondered that last time and I ended up attacking him anyway. And probably could have just run right by, but here we are. We got the body back last time. See if I dip in this corner. This guy is light blue also. So I ran past that guy, but I don't know if I can run back past him because let's see. If I go like this. Yeah, okay. I was guessing that there was some loading time there that's the reason he wasn't attacking me, and I was probably correct. That's alright. Max will make short work of him, and then we'll keep going. I didn't make it out of the fungus guy room, so there is one kind of rough pull of froglocks I'm going to have to do to get my body back. I think we'll just make sure we go into it as pumped up as we can be. Oops. I didn't mean to cast that on Max. Runners are going to be the death of us in here. So while Max works on these guys, I'm going to go... Is that another new one? No, it's the same guy. Let's get this guy down. And I'll take some hits for a second if I have to. I just want to make sure we get this... There we go. Max is working that guy down. I'll jump in here towards the end so we try... Well, he won't run right now while his friend's here. But that green guy is certainly going to try to run. working on my hand-to-hand over here. Get some gains. I will help fight this guy. I don't want him to run too far. Well, if needed, we'll fight whatever we have to fight. But nothing here should be too terrible for us. Well, unless he runs into the biggest group of guys in this area. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, runners, man. They're actually more... These are guys that have gotten more dangerous as they turn green. They weren't as dangerous when they were blue because they stuck around longer before they started running. Now with them running so early when they turn green, it's just miserable for trying to kill them before they get in or reach some other people. I want to go... I'm not going to make it out of here, I guess, but I was hoping to not go by that other guy that's camping over here. I saw the guy fighting the spider, so I was trying not to run all these guys through him. We are looking at death number 2. I'm going to have to do the slow, methodical murder everything on my way through. Because apparently skipping some guys was a bad choice also, because as soon as we get runners and then we get spawns behind us, spawns in front of us all joining in. So I was hoping to be able to go a little faster on the corpse recovery. But not this time. So let me get, I'll make my way back down there and we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up from there. Alright, here we are back at my first corpse where I died in the water, and I am once again amused at the belly and the nose sticking out of the water. We noticed that before when I was fighting the spiders up here and died. So I'm going to loot this one. I'm going to probably just do kind of a sped up montage of making my way down to my other body and recovering it, and maybe pick up there with some grinding back to 27, or I might even just kind of keep that as part of the high speed montage or song, or play some music or something while I do it. To catch back up to, I think I just said 70. I meant 27. When I'm back at 27 and have a little bit of buffer, then we'll do that exploring I talked about, and it can hopefully end this video where it's just not all about corpse recoveries. And here we go.
Let's walk. Dance the rock, 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 shadooby-doo, rock and roll, come on. Well, tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll, rock and roll. Tonight's the night we're gonna blow the speakers out. Boop, boop, I want y'all to the twist. Come on, I want y'all to the twist. That's right. Come on, rock, 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 shadooby, rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. All the bad girls and the greaser boys in the house. Bobby Soxers and the Teddy boys rock and roll. All the rockabilly girls, I want you on the dance floor now. Let me tell you why. 'Cause tonight's the night we're gonna twist the whole town round. Wow. Wop, bop, bop. Show some love for the cool cats in the scene. Cool skirts and the jukebox playing loud. Hot rods and leather coats, 'cause we be swinging on Saturday nights. Let me tell you why. 'Cause tonight's the night we're gonna twist a little rock and roll. Well, tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll, rock and roll. Tonight's the night we're gonna blow the speakers out. Boop, boop, I want y'all to the twist. Come on, I want y'all to the twist. That's right. Come on, rock, 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 shadooby, rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. All the hip cats and the doo-wop boys in the groove. Polka dots on the boppers moving smooth. High school kings and queens, and we be shaking to the beat. Let me tell you why. 'Cause tonight's the night we're gonna rock this whole place down. Booty boo. All the jukebox jivers, rebels in the scene. Penny loafers want y'all to do the twist. Come on. I said I want y'all to do the twist. But let me tell you why. Cause tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll. Well, tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll. Rock and roll. Tonight's the night we're gonna blow the speakers out. I want y'all to do the twist. Come on. I want y'all to do the twist. Let me tell you why. Cause tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. Come on, rock, 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 rock your doobie rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. I want y'all dance to rock, 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 rock your doobie rock and roll. Get up and dance, rock, 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 rock your doobie rock and roll. That's right. Come on and dance. Blow the speaker. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on. You rock and roll, baby. Yeah.
All right, here we are. Got our corpse back. I grinded back out to level 27 again. Took another long break, and we're going to get going from here. So far in this video, I've probably made more than half a level worth of experience, but also died a few times. So far, we're only a little bit ahead of where we started the video, which was just lower than level 27. But hopefully our luck changes here. So my plan today, or this session, is going to be to clear out this room again. But I think things are starting to go green and light blue more. But we're going to clear out this room and methodically make our way back out in the hallway where the frog locks are. I'm going to go ahead and even kill this green, because I think having, once again, trying to be very safe and having something behind me while fighting is not going to be a good plan. So the plan is going to be to clear out this room, make our way out into that hallway where the frog locks are, and then I'm going to take that right turn to go towards what I believe is the Shin Lord area. Now, the Shin Lord himself, I don't think we can take him on, but I'm curious what the room or the area even looks like over there. And I think, looking at the map, that there is... Hold on, we got a runner. We gotta stop that from happening. So I think, looking at the map, there is some area over there to explore that maybe we can find some mobs that are of a slightly higher level, and we can work on them. So here, showing Squire, and we're gonna get back in some of this area and explore a little bit. I don't know if we'll stay back there, but it's a start of an area we haven't been to yet. I had looked around in kind of those other hallways where I had camped off earlier. I just looked around a bit and looked like mostly it's the same level frog locks we've been fighting over here, which are also starting to kind of become lower level for us. But there's still a good number of them that are light blue and dark blue. A few that are dark blue and a good number that are light blue. So if there's no other perfect camp, then we will just work our way through a lot of frog locks. Or maybe even just do another level, go all the way to 28 right here in this fungus room, even though it'd be slower. I would probably do that, a lot of that grind off video, because it's not going to be very exciting. At the same time, I did go ahead and take a look at Lower Guck, and what are the starting levels there, and it's looking like the lowest level mobs there are going to be about our level, which means another level or two we could get in and start camping those. But there's nothing, doesn't look like there's anything that's low enough level for it to be worthwhile for us to just try to go there and bang our heads against the wall right now. So once again, we'll make our way towards kind of the Lower Guck zone line. Oh, this is where I got into trouble before. These guys start healing the mutant, and he lasts for so long that he makes it all the way, and we end up pulling the whole room. And then that one time we even pulled the frog locks with him. So let me back Max up here, and we'll work on this fight. Oh, if I'm fast enough, I better get in here and take a couple hits. Try to get drowsy on these guys, slow them down a little bit. Alright, I got a couple of them. Try to get 1 or 2 more heals on Max before I step back. If I can get him through the punches here. Okay, let's try that. We got 2 guys. Not so bad. Actually get in and help with this drone, try to get him down faster. So yeah, one of the places we haven't gone yet is kind of going up ahead over here and then taking that right down that hallway. We peeked in there and there's there's some kind of structure there, like an archway that leads into a new area. I don't know that we're going to find anything particularly exciting. I think it's going to be a lot of the same, the Gaz Knights, the Ton Knights, the Soldiers, the Shaman. I think it's going to be a lot of the same mobs. But who knows? We might find a really good spot to set up camp and make our way to 28. Now, the other goal right now is to kind of get a buffer for 27, so that's why I want to clear this whole room first, because when we get out there and start exploring, I have a tendency to get myself killed by making a poor choice of where I fight or something like that, or falling in some water, right? Something ridiculous. And I want to kind of hedge against losing 27 again. Not that it really makes a huge difference. 27 is not like a spell level or anything like that, but it still feels bad to keep losing the same level over and over again. So we're only at 6% now. I'd like to get, once I get up into the 10 to 15%, it starts to feel pretty good. Let me heal us up, man up, and we'll keep clearing. We'll get into something new over there and see what it looks like. All right, we're over 80% mana, 80% health. We'll call that good enough to continue fighting. This guy's a light blue. We're going to pull him back, which I can see him. We're going to pull him back over here so that if he tries to make another long run, we have some runway, some room, some try to catch this crazy mushroom head before he gets out of the room here. Sometimes these guys, they like, especially if they get in range of like, if they get in range of a guy that can heal them, they can just keep going with this, like this 5%, 1% to 5% health. They're able to just like keep moving forward, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. That's why it's pretty important to try to pull them all the way back here if I can. It was crazy to me, and I think I mentioned this earlier in the video, but crazy to me how much more dangerous a green can be in that regard. So very much weaker to Max and I, you know, a green conning mob, which is lower, but they run so much earlier than the blue conning mobs. And if they're getting any kind of heals or anything, they just seem to last forever. I don't know if I did hit him good. So they can run so far, it's insane. What I do need to start doing is getting the, if they're gonna run or if they're gonna get low, maybe I get the tainted breath on them and at least help tick down their health while they're running away from us, you know? All right, this guy didn't run too early, so we're okay. All right, we lost our Spirit of the Bear. Let's get that back on us. I'll double check. Got Got to make sure Max also has his Spirit of the Blizzard. And he does. Okay, we're still good to go. So for this fight, we're actually going to want full health, full mana. I'm going to take a second and do that. It's typically a pretty rough beginning. Although this guy's green now. You know what? Let's. I won't be crazy. I can take a second. For you guys, it won't even take any time at all because I'll just skip that part. But sit here. We'll just get up to full. We have some time because we just killed this guy next to us here, and we're going to fight right in this area. Let's get up to 100%. Make sure we're fully ready to go, and then we'll give it a go. Right, here we go. We are full health, full mana. Max is full health. Got all our buffs. Clear our way out into this hallway and see what adventure we can find. Okay, so the green guy didn't join. That's what I wondered. But we got the shaman and the warrior, so we'll get the slow on the shaman here. They're both slowed. And we're gonna actually, you know, we'll throw if I can get it to cast, we will also get our tainted breath out there. There we go. Get on just the shaman, I think. Give him something else to think about while he's thinking about healing the warrior. Maybe he won't heal the warrior. Let's see what happens. So today is also Thanksgiving in the US, depending on where you're watching this from. So I'm hoping, my goal was to get out a video every week around Wednesday or Thursday. I didn't set a specific day, but with the holiday this week and how busy things have been, I'm a little behind. But there's a chance I get this out today and you can check it out on Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving if you're watching it on Thursday. And if you're watching it after that, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Of course, we've got some stuff going on with family later. This guy's really hanging in there, man. The shaman went down. I guess I had tainted breath on the shaman, so it took him down a bit faster, but... Alright. Alright. No problems on that clear. We are overweight. Let's see. So what I've been doing is dumping a lot of the weapons while I've been meditating. I've been kind of going through and cleaning things up. The swords and such are definitely the heaviest thing. So these, if you like this rusty short sword, complete. It's a complete waste compared to the value of the other things. But anytime I get one of these two-handed swords, even though it's bronze and even though it's probably worth a couple of the 4 platinum, overall I can fit so much more in my inventory and still be able to move. Look at that, was 13 weight. It's crazy. But any of the rusty stuff I've been destroying. So I've been done really well on Greench with really trying to sell everything throughout the whole thing. I'm carrying 88 plat, but in the bank I think I've got 12 or 1300. So overall, considering I've taken 0 infusion from anybody else or extra money, it's I feel like we're doing pretty well on money. So I'm going to continue to try to do that, but I also want to manage my inventory a little bit. A couple times I've had to run and was very slow, right, from having too much weight on me, too much coin or too many items. And I just think those rusted weapons, they're just not worth their space in the inventory when I could get 4 or 5 pages that are worth the same amount. So just my thoughts on that overall. So I'm going to continue to try to, you know, fill up my inventory with things I can sell and make some money, but you know, this is worth almost a platinum on its own, and I could carry a bunch of those for the price of 1 sword. And what are these? Yeah, the words are worth a little bit less, but they're stackable and they don't weigh anything. So the stackable stuff is really where it's at on some of these longer runs. Heal on Greench. On Greench. On Max, I'm Greench. Still need to figure out if there's a way to rename your warder. I don't know that that's in-game or not. Okay, there should be... There he is. So there's a roamer that comes through here. So we got a light blue, and a green. So we're gonna let that one guy roam out here. I'll just Just try to keep my mana high. I'll keep max. Top. There he is. Okay. Let's just get him. Now I'm not sure if he's going to try to run back there towards those other guys, but we'll find out. He's dying real fast, so he's on the lower end of even the greens in this area, I think. Yeah, see how early he runs though? But we gotta hit him with some damage. Oh my goodness, I just wasted half a mana bar trying to get Tainted Breath on him. Alright. What do we get there? A Mesh Tunic. Okay, so we are going to... I'm going to med up a little bit because I just wasted a lot of mana on that. It looks like it's just these two guys. Our plan will be to take on these two guys, and then we'll dip back in behind the doorway there. This very cool looking goblin banners doorway here. We'll dip in there and we'll see what's going on. All right, we're looking good. We're almost max mana here, and everything else looks good. So we got 6 minutes left on Strengthen, and Max is still looking good on his buff, so we're going to dip into this here. So what is it? A light blue and a light blue. So we have 2 light blues. Again, same guys, right? The Ton Knights, the Gaz Knights. This is what we've been fighting. I'm not sure where these guys are going to run to. I mean, luckily they won't run right away. I was going to try to get Tainted Breath on there, but I think, okay, we do have guys spawning behind us also. Maybe I rested longer than I intended to. So this could get hairy if they run out that way and pick up all those other guys. I'm going to try to conserve my mana throughout this as much as possible. I was going to try to get Tainted Breath up on these guys, but I think that's potentially a lot of fizzles and wasted mana, although... I was looking, and I do have Conjurations up to 57 now, so it is slowly creeping up there, and I'll continue to work on that. I'm going to finish this Ton Warrior, get him down, and then we've just got the Gaz Knight, but we have that other guy around the corner, which, honestly, I might go pull him over here, too. Before the other ones spawn. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'm going to grab him, bring him in here before the other ones spawn. Right, and get him into this fight. That way the Gaz Knight will be slower to run. Oh, I do need to get some heals on Max. It's alright. These guys are both slowed still. I don't think it wore off the Gaz Knight yet. So I'm going to dip in here and help fight him. I think that Shaman's also going to be throwing some heals. Okay, there's the Drowsy spell wore off. So this Gaz Knight is now full speed, but I think that's okay. He's down. Now we can work on the Shaman. Throw another heal. I'm going to look around the corner and see if we have another respawn yet. We do, so let's go ahead and get him too. Bring him in here. I don't know, this just feels like a smarter way to do this so that they are... I need to get on to... That's just a stun? Yeah. Alright, he's on max. Now I'll come help with the Shaman. This just feels like a smarter way to do it, maybe because I don't want them running around that corner and having all 3 of those guys respawn, ready to fight me. This will spread out the spawns a little bit further even, which I think would be good. And we didn't do too bad. We're not doing too bad on mana. We're still 60% mana, both high on health. I think this will go okay. What we'll do after this fight then, we'll mana up a little bit. We'll rebuff Strengthen, and we'll go look around the corner inside here. I don't want to spend too long because I don't want these guys to respawn yet. I want to get through and look and kind of maybe this hallway here is my camp, though, right? It looks like it's working out as long as I keep pulling the group behind me, because you can see where this guy is running. Could potentially pull those guys over to the left. I don't know that it would, but it could. And I think being careful is going to be more important. Ooh, we've got a roamer. I'm going to go try to pull that guy. He wasn't there before, so he must be roaming. Yeah, it's just him. Awesome. So we learned something there. This guy's a roamer in here. Little patrol. Yeah, these guys are all, you know, a lot of them are light blue. There's some greens, there's some light blues, but it's probably, it would be an okay place to push out through to 28. I don't know that it's going to stay any good for 29, though. That we're going to be probably hunting pretty hard for something to make 29 and 30. Now, that's maybe where we would want to dip into lower guck, right? And try to just try to fight some of the lower level stuff in lower guck. Because those look like they're around the 27-ish level, you know, level 27-ish. Which could be good when we're pushing to 29. Yeah, that guy's green. So I'm just going to leave the green guy up. That's what I was kind of hoping it was to get like a lower level guy there that might not add, or if he does add, he's easier. Just get a heal on Max, and I think we're going to look around this corner here. Be real careful. So that roamer must go in this circle. I'm going to zoom in on the map a bit here. Yeah, so oops. This is the Shin Lord, but there's kind of this whole area right around the Shin Lord that is what I'm wondering is a good place to camp, like kind of make our way around here. Now, what I don't remember is if there's traps or pitfalls in this area or anything like that, so I could end up dropping myself in a pit here. Alright, so that guy's blue. We know there's one on that side. So this Shaman, that's something we haven't actually faced much of yet. And a Ton Warrior, so we know what a Ton Warrior is all about. It looks like there's just the two, maybe. Right there. So I think we're going to chill right here for a second, grab full mana. Again, I don't know, haven't fought a Vis Shaman, so I don't know how hard they are, but we'll get full mana and we'll give this a go. Alright, we're at 90% mana. I rebuffed Strengthen, so we're good to go on that. I'm going to come around the other side, actually, and I'm going to start with slowing that Shaman, because he's the higher level guy. And we'll get Max on him right away. He's slowed. And I'll let the back out a little bit. Let Max get on them. And the Ton Warrior slowed. Okay, we're in good shape for that. The way they're set up, it's kind of hard for me to to find a spot where I'm safe, but they're also on Max, so maybe I'll back Max just around this corner a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now I can kind of play support role to Max here and keep him in the game. I think they're actually hitting me also. Let me back up a little bit. Oh, there's one behind me. I was like, what is hitting me? Okay, well, those guys must have respawned out front, and I backed up into them. So as I was mentioning, I often find myself getting murdered when I try to move to a new spot. Everybody's hitting me now. Oh, I am going to run out of mana here trying to keep Max alive. I don't know that I've got it in me to pull it off. What we are hoping for is one of these guys dies. I don't know what they're at for health, though, if the Shaman's... Yeah, see, the Shaman's really been able to keep them alive. Okay, our goal then is to get to the ramp up here so that we can get our corpses here. Once again, exploring the new space. Find myself dead. So I think instead of going through a whole... another round of corpse recovery montage, I think I'm going to go ahead and I will do that offline, off video. I'll get my stuff back, and I'm going to push myself up into some safety margin into 27, and maybe go a little further, we'll see. And we'll go from there. So I think we're going to end today on what is the third or fourth death in this video today, so it's been quite the adventure. I've learned a lot about that area. The areas I'm trying to explore, though, maybe not the best way to learn it, but it is what it is. Look at that, we're 99% of 26. So overall, we did make progress today on this video. My plan is to get back in there, Get 27 back, obviously. Worked my way up into 27 for a while, probably just kind of grinding out on the fungus in the fungus farm, killing the fungus guys. And then I'll continue to poke around in that shin area. I think what I need to do is establish a better safety spot, which might be kind of back and up that hallway a little bit. What I just did was end up fighting in that little round hallway, and I backed my way into the guy that spawned. I'm pretty sure at the doorway behind me, which is no good. That, or there was a second roamer that I wasn't aware of. But I think if we get out of that room, if I pull out all the way out of that room into the hallway, and up the ramp a little bit, the worst case we'll get there is that one roamer that comes down the hallway. That's probably the way to go. Yeah, I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna try to get this together and get it out the door. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make questionable decisions and losing this level over and over again. Hopefully that's not a sign of the future. Everyone, Sigil here. Hopefully you enjoyed the adventure watching me level multiple times and, of course, lose levels. If you'd like to see more, go ahead and hit those YouTube buttons and you'll be alerted when the next one comes out, and I will see you there. Thanks for watching.
Level up, let's rise and play. Through the night and into the day. From the pixels to the stars above. Gaming together.